I think about it every night and day.
We tear down the lies the world is
I
drunk
want to
on.
share a fact
The
with you guys.
institutions
So
they
if you-
trust,
Baby,
the
no,
so-called
don't.
gods they worship,
Yeah, tell me.
the lives they cling
Yeah.
I
to.
need to know.
We
These
destroy
us all your
those
secrets.
idols.
nicotine
Topple corrupt
plumes,
organizations.
if you ever
Fight
use
heretics
these,
wherever they're found.
what is the
There's
flavor?
often
Vanilla
death
ice
even.
cream.
Many people break.
That
before they
flavor
embrace Shah's
is the
truths.
exact flavor of hookah, like tobacco flavor in Iran. Like when you
Curious.
literally experience
Most are
hookah
afraid of my
flavor,
neighbor.
that's
I think
the
I did
shit.
well by joining
Oh,
you.
The
nice.
exact flavor.
Most agreeable
Interesting.
company.
It's crazy. Yeah, an interesting fact. Give me my hookah.
My girlfriend just took this opportunity to explain to you guys why she keeps stealing my vape away from me.
I mean, totally makes sense.
I chose vanilla ice cream, and she was like, "Why? Are you sure you want that?" And then she was like, "Yeah, it's pretty good, huh?"
You've opened her eyes, if you.
Yeah. She saw the light.
Brought me back to memories.
I am 3 weeks without nicotine at this point.
Hey, that's solid, man.
Nice.
It took me a month and a week before I started to feel normal. I don't know how you're doing.
The first week really sucked. It's been okay now.
Okay, hey, that's solid. Yeah, it's a varying scale for people. I read the thing, it said it is for the average for most people to get something out of your system is 21 days. So
Yeah, that's what I've always read or understood, that it takes 21 days to make or break a habit.
I was good about the nicotine for a couple months, and then this one over here, this one over here loves the nicotine vapes, and I was like, well, let me just try that thing. And then here I am, relying on them. Nicotine is definitely one of the more addicting things.
It's because it also
Especially if you used to
hits the
smoke cigarettes.
dopamine in the brain too.
Yeah, and especially like with ADHD, it's like, oh, fuck, instant dopamine? Fucking thank you, God. Because, like, neurologically, I have a very difficult time producing dopamine. That's why sometimes you see me and I'm really calm and mellow or, like, a little low. And other times I'm, like, exuberant and cheerful.
Survived this grad school, honestly.
Nicotine
Yeah.
or ADHD?
Nicotine, like,
Oh.
helped, like, chill my brain a little. Like, it was too much going on.
You know what's really interesting is, like, I think because I was vaping so much, like constantly, almost all day, that it was, how do I put this, like, not giving me enough oxygen to my brain. Is it was actually making me, like, pretty fucking dumb at times sometimes.
Shit.
Like just like foggy, like can't concentrate, can't focus, or really struggling to do that. And I've noticed, like, over this past 3 weeks, I've been, like, hyper focused. I've also been really hungry. I, like, eat all
Yeah. Yeah. When I quit the cigarettes, I was eating, like, another meal a day.
Yeah.
That's one of the other bad things about it is it's an appetite suppressant as well.
Not a bad thing if you're trying to not be a fatty. Unless
Yeah,
you're like me.
I don't know if the pros
Unless
or
you're like me
cons
and
really
you eat
like.
and smoke at the same time.
I mean, it's genetics at that point, but yeah, there's yeah. Because there are fat people that smoke.
Yeah, I definitely feel I eat more when I have less nicotine too, for sure.
First Sunday of football today.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a real thing. The season has begun.
People are already like shitting on the Cowboys. They already said their season's over.
There was so many preseason memes about the Cowboys. It's like game 2 preseason. It's like a dude in the shower, like with his phone in a Dallas jersey, just like crying. Just
Pretty
water's
much.
running on him.
Don't lose the preseason. Season's over. Like, you know, not going nowhere. Jerry Jones wants to become president, so
Certainly old enough.
we had a conversation about that at work with me and one of my other coworkers. We're like, there's no reason we need people 65 plus holding public service like positions. And if Mitch O'Connell isn't like the prime example, he's rebooted twice on camera. Like what?
Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting one. I wonder if you could convince like the majority of the youth to put an age restriction on office. Because like the youth heavily outweighs the seniors, and there's more people hitting 18 every day than making it past a dying day in their life. Because our population is constantly expanding. So at a certain point, if our voting system actually works, couldn't we pass bills that basically say like, hey, if you're over the age of 60, you cannot run for office?
I mean, in theory, that is true. There are definitely a bunch of variables that are inhibiting that. One is, I would say, the biggest issue is just motivation for the masses to gather in agreement on one thing, because that's like almost innately impossible. And two, the powers that be currently holding in place are much more they got deep pockets, let's just go with that. And I don't think
You're using all kinds of big words, and I find that threatening.
gosh darn it, Timmy.
Hey, make it simple for us simple folk.
All right. So, it is difficult for us to get multiple people to agree on one thing. And then the people who are currently in power are so rich that they can just pretty much buy whoever they want to keep the quota going. That's the way it's been going for the last 120 years.
Yeah, well, I won't have it no more.
Good luck with that.
Ain't about luck, it's about just using your good old Americanism, you know?
Yeah, we need people who speak Americanese, not English.
Yeah. This ain't the Queen's land. All right. I will stream some Starfield for y'all in beautiful
best, Steve.
1440.
Some Barfield.
I specifically was playing this game alone for a little bit for the first however long to kind of just not have any overlying conversation because I really wanted to get immersed, and I'm glad
I figured
did
that's
that.
why you hadn't been on the last couple of days.
That, and I was working like with very short turnarounds, so like the 1 or 2 hours that I decided to hop on was immediately followed by bed. So
Oh, I just figured you hated us. That's all.
yeah,
that too.
well, I was all you know, thinking that's what you guys thought, and I was just trying to address that.
You're just trying to find a nice way to bring it up.
I'm just trying to find how to say it simple. Hey, saying simple things for simple folks. Well, now that'd be a good slogan for your podcast. Saying simple things for simple folks.
apparently I can milk horses.
You can build horses.
Milk
Oh, milk.
horses.
That ain't milk, Charles.
No, it is milk, and it turns it into cheese.
I ain't
Michael.
eating that cheese, Michael.
Michael, all those horses are male.
They are not, sir.
I don't know about this situation.
As a great scholar, Alistar once said, "You can't milk those."
In fact, none of my horses are male. So how am I getting baby horses then? Did they just come? They must have just been pregnant already.
Yeah.
What are you making those baby horses do?
Because these are all female horses.
Timmy, are you seeing this? Are you watching the stream?
Yeah, that's cool looking.
So this is like, okay, so like this is like one planet with like other planets and moons, and there's plenty of shit to do. These are the only waypoints I have on it so far, so I could go and explore this planet and find outposts and shit, which I've not even like done on any planet, right?
Yeah.
So that's like one planet with more to explore, with 3 smaller around it, and then this is, look at how much more there is. And then look at how much more there is. All the red dots I can't get to yet. I haven't even unlocked those. There's this whole fucking like massive super solar system. This shit is deep.
So deep.
Speaking of space, I just recently found out. Apparently, there is within our Earth's rotation, there is like a crossing path rotation of like this meteor like shower that is in the gravitational pull of the sun, and it could be like the reason why the dinosaurs don't exist, because it's like large, like 6 to 5 kilometer asteroids that we pass in our orbit. I can't remember how often it happens, but that is a big concern.
Yeah.
We gonna freeze to death.
They put a movie out kind of based on that. Have you seen that Adam Driver movie? Like
64 billion?
65?
64,
look
I
up.
think.
64? It's
Don't look
it's
up,
on
it's a great movie, though.
Netflix. It's actually it was a decent little ride of a movie.
Stay at a farm. Stay.
What is this?
Are you playing Space Farm Simulator?
No, I'm trying to figure out what this relay thing is. I was trying to climb up higher on it. I like exploring shit in this game because there's usually like a reward, like a chest somewhere if you get on something tall. Sometimes not. It just looked cool. I'm heading towards that blue dot.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Maybe shit. Can I get this? Nice.
Speaking of food, I think I'm gonna go grab the rest of my burrito. I'll be right back.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I was macking on a bag of chips earlier.
Damn. I wonder if eventually I get a land vehicle for like exploration. This seems kind of far. Oh. What the fuck is that? Oh no. Did it see me? No. And then what the fuck is that? Oh, is that thing hunting those?
Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Just big old beasties.
Yeah, look, that thing's chasing them, huh? I'm gonna be an observer of this moment in time.
Give us some like Richard or David Attenborough type narration.
As you can see, the massively overgrown anima of the land has become somewhat of a problem for the nation's struggling economies. With the territorial threat of these invasive species, we see that more and more animals in the area have learned to defend the innermost sanctum. One lone straggler has not made its way with the others. This mantis, not as big in size, clearly has the disadvantage and may not survive. We see a grazing Encipher. This glorious animal can reach land speeds of up to 18 kilometers an hour. Unthreatened by our presence, we get closer to examine this glorious marvel of science. We've scanned the creature into our reservoir banks, and we will be moving forward with our procedure, as there is more to explore in this interesting land. What's that? Ooh, I don't believe that's very common.
Why is everyone dead?
Damn, they put this motherfucker in the distance. Do you, I don't know if anyone's going to play this game anytime soon. Do you even need to know what's going on right now, Timmy?
No, I mean I don't mind spoilers.
It'll all just...
We'll play the game vicariously through you.
There you go. So
Yeah,
there's
you
no
know-
problem if I talk about what's happening. It's not going to ruin it for
No.
anyone. Oh,
You know,
okay, cool.
You know it's gonna probably be a while because I had to update my processor. So
I see. So this guy, okay, so I started the game and I was on a space rock just mining. And my supervisor was like, we got a special order in, come on, you're gonna go mine it. And I'm like, all right, let's go check it out. And then we go in and it's like a unique bent piece of like metal. And it's not like pulling up on the scanners at all. Like nothing can identify it. And then I like laser cut around it and get it out. And then when I touch it, I have like this crazy vision of me just like shooting across the galaxy. Essentially that intrigues this like group of people that are all part of something called Constellation, which is like a really like unique adventurers guild that's like of legend, you know? And so now that I've done like one or two things for them, we met up
Yeah.
with this guy who's also a part of that group, and we're on his home planet getting a piece of this artifact through like the lore of his family. So we're trying to find more and more pieces of this artifact
yeah,
in order to figure out what the fuck it is. And you'll see that base in the next little while.
All burbs.
Damn, I don't want to kill these boys.
I think I know what you mean. There's an undeniable rapport, and yet we haven't made time for each other. Time alone. Easily remedied, if you like. I know a place.
Yeah. might be a good thing to look into for sure.
Not just yet. Let's choose our moment. Some quiet night, when the others are asleep and there's no distractions, I'll come for you.
Huh?
My good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep. Just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all. You won't find a more learned opinion on this matter, I assure you.
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly with the needle. The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo frowns and begins to push. Pain shoots through your body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
I think I have it!
The needle seesaws back and forth, plucking the nerve like a harp string.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
Volo carefully withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick.
Are you certain? We're nearly there.
Volo slowly brings the ice pick closer to your eye.
Now, don't move.
Cold metal presses against the skin beneath your brow. And then, tap, tap, stab.
Do you feel that? Ha! I think we have the blighter on the run. I agree. It's a feisty critter.
Yep.
Just a little further.
Volo tears the pick from your brain with a violent jerk. Your eye plops down into the mud.
Tret.
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and recoils slightly as it sinks into the mud.
There appears to be an amount of cosmetic damage. Please, try not to overexert yourself. You're in a rather fragile state at present. I can't help but feel partly responsible. Perhaps there is something more I can do. Take this. A far superior relic to that old jelly you were trained to. Try it on for size. And, it was very nice to have met you. I'm sure you'll sort out your little brain problem one way or another. Far away from here, if you've a heart. Terribly sorry, my friend. Ta.
I'm shooting arrows at this dwarf. Then this other guy twirls his fingers and some light comes out. And the dwarf just stops bleeding. Just stands back up. Here, help us out. Says here that goblinoids are obstreperous and malodorous. What's that mean? Ain't that the truth? Proper stink around here, now we've settled it. And all that ruckus makes it hard to concentrate on reading. Belonged to some bloke who showed up here asking questions. Bold as a bugbear he was. Said he's writing a book about the Absolute. Lads didn't like that. Said he was a spy or some such. Think they've locked him in the cells already. Well, I had a good chinwag with him, though. Interesting bloke. There were some troublemakers, but they're either dead or wishing they were. Don't know if there was a druid, though. He's probably down in the pens, fattening up the wargs like all the rest. Nah, we're keeping him as our own little plaything. As long as you don't ask any more awkward questions. He wanted to know if we felt any extra booyarg in the air since converting. Yeah, Priestess Gut is fierce and powerful now. So's Regslin, our boss. Them's true souls now, just like that drow. They have the kind of booyarg that comes from being chosen by a god. Magic. Then what the Absolute choosers are brimming with it. Priestess Gut and our boss, Regslin, are fierce and powerful now, same as that drow. I ain't finished with it. There's enough reading here to last me a lifetime.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. And people say goblins are savage. It ain't worth fighting over. Take it. Magic again. So I'll grab his hand and crush it. Right. No more smoky stuff for it. Thrust his arm with me bare hands. Weaker than pixies, humans.
Oh, you got him good.
And who are you? Another pest?
Think you rule the world just 'cause you got a scary face? Ha!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
Forgive me. I had no idea. The other true souls are inside. They're planning and such. I'm shooting arrows at this dwarf. It's great.
Yeah?
Then this other guy swirls it. Just stops bleeding. Just stands back up.
Hallelujah.
Oh, be a big old boy. And I run up to the guy and think, right in.
You've seen one of them.
That's the that of it. Hey! I'm talented.
Also.
Wish my dad had diddled the devil, so's I could have horns like you.
Who wants that bird away from the merchandise? You look like you got something jingling in your pocket. Looking to spend it? Nicked him off the dead, didn't I? Get moving. I've got other customers. Supply! You back from Wakeen Rest.
All the great chasers are dead. Bunny Cobb, Splitfoot, Tark the Toenail. Legends. Well now, you look like a tough un. But have you got smarts, skills, guts? And you're gonna need it, mate. This ain't your standard dungeon dive, right? This is chicken chasing. Only the greatest game since eggs sprouted legs, mate. You just gotta chase the chicken round the course and through the posts. But that ain't all. Gotta do it quick and alone. Any of your mates step in, you lose. Time runs out, you lose. Sound easy? It ain't. Better contenders than you have been bested by the bird. No skin off my arse. Just remember, you had the chance to be a part of something grand, and you walked away. Get a game going. Just need a contender. Enough for cowards.
Who wants another drink?
Keep that bird away from the merchandise.
That's good ale. If you fancy playing, talk to Crawler.
Bloody starving.
He's cooking that dwarf yet.
What's that? I think I heard the absolute voice just now.
That's the drink talking. Absolutely respect to a worm.